I want to welcome you back to Dream Chasers Radio with me, your host, Yaya Diamond. Oh, yeah, you don't think I got a show for you? I got a show for you. We got a great artist on. But before that, we're going to go ahead and just kind of take a short break, and we'll be right back. Don't you go anywhere. Welcome back to the show. Oh, you can get us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Spreaker, Spotify, TuneIn, Deezer, Vimeo, Roku, YouTube at Dream Chasers Radio. And Yaya Diamond TV on Roku, Amazon Fire, and so many other different places like Facebook and Instagram and all the other stuff. All you have to do is just Google me. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much again for tuning in. We have a great show for you today. I have a Brazilian artist on the show. You know, we're all over the world. We're like a really cool virus that just spreads. I mean, once you get like the bug on music, it's just you can't shake it, no matter where you're from, no matter what you do. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce this artist. I'm going to have her do it because I'm really bad with names, guys. Really bad. And I torture names. It's really bad, so I just don't want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and tell her, please tell everybody who you are and what you do, please.
Of course. My name is Chelsea Klein. I'm also horrible with names when I'm just reading them, so don't even worry. And yeah, I'm actually in the US, but my family is all in Brazil. Both my parents were there, grew up there. So I feel like I have ties to both sides. And yeah, I'm a singer. I'm happy to be here.
Oh, it's nice. It's nice. I love your t-shirt. I remember you telling me you were going to give it to me. Oh, you're so sweet.
Oh, really? Is that what we said? I'm so sorry. I forgot. I'll write it down.
Oh my gosh. No, I do. I love that t-shirt. She was such a wonderful vocalist. Did she inspire you?
Yeah, I mean, how could she not? But I think a big part of what I listen to is very like old school R&B, obsessed with Whitney, love like SWV, love like that whole era. So yeah, big Whitney fan for sure.
Awesome. Well, that's why you wear the t-shirt and you wear it well. Continue to wear that and be inspired. She was a wonderful vocalist. My goodness. So tell me about yourself. How did you get involved in music? When did you get bit by the bug?
Okay. I mean, everyone always says like, oh, I've always been singing forever, which is true. But I hit a weird phase growing up, and I'm not really sure what happened. But one day I just kind of decided that I didn't think I was very good. I didn't want to be made fun of. Like I was worried that people thought I sucked. So I just stopped singing, and I wouldn't sing in front of anyone. I wouldn't audition for school musicals. Like I just was too nervous to be judged or like embarrassed. I don't know. So I kind of stopped from like middle school through up until only like 5 years ago. And I remember my dad is like the most honest person ever and like very supportive, but he'll tell you if he doesn't think something is going to work for you. And I remember we like are a big karaoke family. And so I was visiting him and we were doing karaoke and I sang an Adele song, which I'm not ever going to claim that I can do Adele justice. Like I don't. But after the song finished, he was like, Chelsea, I know that you've claimed you don't want to do music anymore, but if there's any part of you that still wants to, I think you should go for it. Like there is something there. And I remember that just felt like the push that I needed to be like, okay, who cares? Like, let's just find a voice coach. So I came back to LA and I looked up voice coaches and I found Nick Cooper, who I currently now have been studying with for 5 years, and just kind of got into a routine of working on it and now trying to unlearn all the stupid stuff that I tried to hide, all the walls that I put up growing up.
It's important to have a vocal coach. It's very important. I mean, you get all those good things, like the breathing techniques and the correct way to push the vocals out without, hurting your throat and bypassing and this and that and the other. There's all kinds of different things that you can do. And a lot of us don't realize it, that we're doing harm trying to sing. Even though we have great voices, a lot of us are doing harm. So yeah, I have a vocal coach, and I am a vocal coach, so I know.
Yes.
So wow, wow. So tell me about your music, girlfriend. Tell me about that, and tell me about all the stuff that's going on with you, especially now in COVID. We have so many different things going on, and then we have nothing going on all at the same time.
Like, it's bad because the shows can't happen, but it's good because I think it forces me to work a little more on writing and all of that stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I did just release a song like a little over 2 weeks ago called Gravity that I'm really excited about. I wrote it with my friend Taylor Hill, who I've co-written with a lot, and it's like probably 2 or 3 years old, but I just kind of wanted to revisit it because it's always been one that I've loved, but we just
Mm-hmm.
never finished it, and I didn't really know what direction to take it. And so we finally just focused in on it, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think I'm still working on finding my own sound overall. So a lot of my songs that I'm putting out right now that I have on deck are older songs that we've kind of fine-tuned and refined, but the stuff that I'm working on now that will be in the future is a little bit different because I'm like kind of finding my own thing now.
So what's the difference between before and now that you're writing your own thing? What have you grown up? Do you know more now that you've lived a little more?
I think it's that, but also just learn, like, as I've unlearned my fear of being judged or this and that, it's less of like chart chasing, so to speak, where I'm like hearing a song, I'm like, oh, let's make music like that because that's what people like. And it's more just having fun with the things that do inspire me and like pulling from those areas. You know?
Yeah, I hear you. You know, we all chart chased in our younger days.
Well, and it's like I like so many things. So I think it was getting out of being like, today I'm in an R&B mood and tomorrow I'm in a super pop mood. And then every day I'm like, oh, maybe I should be writing a song in this. And instead just doing what I'm feeling that day and what comes out, comes out.
I agree with you. I mean, you know, we all have something on the inside that needs to be shared. And there's, I mean, really, truly, there is no category for it. That's why a lot of songs cross over. So
Yeah.
you have a crossover song because why? It just kind of fits the mood of everything. You put it here and it fits that. You put it there and it fits that. So, I mean, go with what you know and go with what you feel. Wow. So what is your writing process? I mean, do you go through your life situations or do you imagine or is it just fun? I mean, how is that for you?
At least thus far, I think most of my songs have been a mood I come into the studio with or a story or something that happened or I'm feeling frustrated or whatever. And I just kind of unload it like a therapy session and then we dive in. So thus far, even like all my co-writing sessions and anything, or like there's a couple songs that have been written that I just was like, this is perfect. I don't want to change anything about it, but they were written by people who know me well and know. So they're all my stories, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I just try to go from a situation, and I'm also very guarded in terms of talking about my feelings and like love to listen and talk to other people about their lives, but I always feel like I'm a burden if I'm talking about mine. So I feel like music has been a good way to say all the things that I don't say, you know?
Yeah, I got you. Now, your fans. You got fans, girl, got fans. Let me ask you, you know, do you have anything special for your fans? Do you have an email list, anything like that that's going on? You know, and you giving away t-shirts by Whitney Houston by any chance?
So, like, just make this my merch. I'm just sorry, Whitney. I'm just taking over. Yeah, I actually just this past week decided to start an email list because I feel like even on Instagram, there's a certain set of people that I just talk to pretty often and kind of have gotten to know, and I loved that process. And I feel like as a newer artist, I'm still like trying to build that fan base and trying to feel connected to the group of people who support me. And I want to support them as well and make them feel like they have a place that they belong no matter how they're feeling in their daily lives. So I decided I wanted to start an email list that I will definitely be sending out. Like I already sent out my first one with a little behind the scenes of this most recent release. So there will be like behind the scenes footage or just stories that I want to share, but I've also opened the communication line for them to reach out to me if they want to talk about anything or if they want to respond to what I'm saying and have a little back and forth because I want to know about them as well. But also if you're not in the mood and don't feel like chatting, but you're interested in behind the scenes stuff, you can always sign up. You don't have to send me anything. But yeah, I just felt like I wanted to get to know people a little bit more and make it less about like, here's my music, but I want to know about them as well and kind of have that connection.
It's so funny because, I mean, you know, we have fans all around the world that, you know, they think they know you, but it's good to have that email list because then you guys really get to know each other for real. I mean, people don't realize how musicians and people in the limelight, even the big musicians, are just people and they go through ups and downs. And so that's a really cool thing that you're doing. I mean, kind of sharing and bringing to light that, yeah, you're human just like they are, and you go through your ups and downs and you miss your family just like they may miss theirs. And there's a lot of different similarities that we might have with people that we might be able to help. So that's wonderful. I commend you on that. That's really cool. That's really cool. Wow. So where can people reach you? What can they sign up? I mean, girlfriend, run it down like I did in the beginning. Just go.
Well, my website is just chelseaklein.com, spelled like Calvin Klein, Klein. And my email list pops up on that when you first open it. And then I also am very active on my Instagram. I think that's like my #1 social media. So that's Chelsea Klein Music. And then the link in that bio also sends you to sign up for the email list if you're interested. And then Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, everywhere. Just search Chelsea Klein and you should find it.
Awesome. I want to thank you, Chelsea, so much for being on the show. What kind of advice do you give to those people like you that, you know, maybe they're in that moment where they don't think that they're good enough, that they just don't want to go, but they know they're good, but they, you know, what do you give to them to encourage them like your dad encouraged you? What do you say to them just as a person to a person?
I think it's important to just stick to what you're passionate about, because I also know so many people, myself included, I wasn't the greatest singer in the world when I decided to dive in again. But I think if you're truly passionate about something and you love it so much and you're willing to work on it every day, you can really do anything. It's like, people always say that, but I'm serious. Like, I feel like if you have the passion to work on it and you're willing to put in the time, you're gonna be great at whatever you choose to do. So don't worry about where you're starting. I feel like a lot of people compare their point A to someone else's point Z, and it's like, you have so much work to put in before you don't see all the behind the scenes on the people that are already out there doing it. So I think just put in the work and stop worrying so much about what someone might judge you for, because in the end, those people are probably just jealous that they're not willing to chase after what they love.
Hello.
Hey.
Well, Chelsea, again, thank you so much for being on the show, girlfriend. And keep bringing that music. And, you know, I'll give you my address for the T-shirt later, okay?
Yeah, absolutely. I will send it immediately. I'll wash it first, don't worry.
She's not giving me the T-shirt, guys. She's not going to give me that T-shirt. I'm going to have to go buy one.
Worth it.
Buy me a T-shirt, somebody, and send it to my P.O. box, hey? Ooh. All right, Chelsea, thank you. Hey, everybody, her information is going to be in the description box below. All you have to do is go ahead and go into that description box and click on that link. It'll take you straight there. And I hopefully I'll just put probably the Instagram so that people can just go straight there since you're more active there. And Chelsea Klein Music, I remembered it. You can too. And so just go straight there and follow her and, you know, like and comment on all the things and join the email list. It's very important because we need those relations just as much as you do. You know, you don't realize that without you, we don't have anything. Just let you know. All right. So it's true. It's really true. Thank you guys again so much for tuning in to Dream Chasers Radio with Yaya Diamond and Chelsea Klein. And until next time, guys, don't forget to what?